Hello everybody, this is Aleš again, Director of Travel at Wanderlust Entrepreneur and Journeys of the Spirit. Today I'm coming to you from a beautiful old town in the south of Sri Lanka. It's Gol Fort. It's an old Dutch fort which was built actually by the Portuguese in 1588 when they colonialized Sri Lanka. But later in the 17th century, the Dutch kept fortifying this fort, and that's why it's now called Dutch Fort. And later than after that, even the British colonialized Sri Lanka. So it has a really nice mixture of really beautiful old architecture, and one of the reasons I really love it here. We were here earlier this year already once, but just for a really short time. And both Isaac and I really fell in love and decided that we definitely wanted to come back and spend longer time. So this time we are here for a week. We're staying at an old, beautiful, restored villa right in the old part of town, and just enjoying being here. We're not doing any tours. I'm catching up on a lot of work, and it's just really nice to walk around. What I really love is that there are very, very few tourists. It's nothing like you would find anywhere else, popular places. For example, if you've been to Panama City in Casco de Viejo, which is just so busy. So this is nothing like that. It's just in the evening we walk around and there's literally nobody there. And there's lots of beautiful little restaurants and cafes, and of course it's right on the coast, so it's perfect to walk around in the evenings and walk on the wall. It's a walled city, so you can walk all around almost and look out to the ocean and look into the old town. But that is really not what I wanted to talk about. I don't mean to make this a history lesson. I actually wanted to use this opportunity to share about another benefit that our clients have when they work with us. And what better place to share this than in a beautiful town like this, in a beautiful environment like this. And one of the things that I do every time I travel, I do hotel inspections, resort inspections. I visit villas, just places that I think would be really good accommodations or good places for our clients to use, whether it's for private or group trips or retreats. And just a couple of days ago, I was on the east side of the island, and I did about 5 hotel inspections there in one day. Usually I don't do quite as many because each one of them takes about an hour. Before I do hotel inspections, I contact the hotels and I make an appointment with the manager, and they usually meet me at the time that we arrange, and then they take me around and show me, first of all of the room categories, and that could be anywhere between 4 to 8 sometimes, maybe more. It just depends on the hotel, how big or small it is. And then of course I also get to see all the public areas for group clients. So I always check if there's any meeting facilities, whether those are formal or informal. Sometimes they have proper meeting rooms, and sometimes it's more like an informal place that they can rearrange, like the library or maybe an outside space that they can then prepare for our groups when they come and want to have a space to meet. And of course I get to see the restaurants and all the public areas like spas. And being on an island, of course I also look at the beaches, and you wouldn't believe it, but there's all kinds of different beaches. And that can be quite important. Recently I had a client, she wanted to just spend time on the beach. She was traveling alone and she just wanted to be on the beach and be able to go swimming. But she didn't want to be at a place where there are high waves. So for example, when we stayed on the east side of the island, our hotel was at a beautiful long stretch of beach. It was wide open to the ocean, so we had really nice waves, perfectly fine for swimming, but maybe not for somebody who wants to just do laps in the ocean. So she wanted to just enjoy being in the ocean, just being able to swim without waves, crushing on her. So there's another hotel that I did an inspection. There was actually, the whole beach area is protected by a coral reef. So there are literally no waves whatsoever, and perfect for somebody just wanting to swim. It's like a natural swimming pool. So there are a lot of different ways that this kind of hotel inspections, resort inspections, whatever way you want to call them, are really, really beneficial, because those kind of things you won't really find, or those kind of information you won't really find on TripAdvisor or other review platforms. So it's really important, and a great benefit when I talk with clients. I can give them my first-hand experience. And some of you already know, when I start working with you, I usually have a consultation call. I listen to what your needs are, what kind of amenities you need when you're staying at a property, at a hotel, and what is important to you. So once I finish that call, I usually have a pretty good idea what place to match you up with, and then I make suggestions, and that really helps for you to have that that perfect location for your retreat or for yourself. And one thing that we get asked a lot is especially by retreat leaders, those who want to take groups to a destination, will they have to have been there before? Will they have to visit it before they go there? And our answer usually is that it really isn't necessary, especially if you work with somebody like us, with a travel advisor who has extensive experience. Then it really isn't necessary. And for me, I find that if I haven't been to a place before, it's always exciting to share that that first experience with those that you're traveling with. And another important factor when I travel is, I do hotel inspections. I look at different properties, but I also meet with our tour guides, I meet with our drivers, and I meet with our local contacts. So I usually know before my clients arrive, or when my clients get here, who is going to be taking care of them, who they will be met by. And I also know that once they're at the destination, that they will be really well taken care of, especially if anything doesn't run to plan. And when you travel, things can always go wrong. It happens to me all the time, but somehow to me it's just part of the whole travel experience, and it's not a negative, even though sometimes it might be frustrating, but it's just part of life. It's part of travel, and it's part of being in different places in unknown territory. So I think it's actually not a bad thing at all if you haven't been to a destination before and just want to take your clients there and experience it for the first time together. I think it's actually a plus. Personally, that's my viewpoint. But I try to always give as much information and advice as I possibly can, so that when you arrive, you kind of know what to expect already. And most of all, you have a great team that will take care of you at the location where you're arriving, where you're staying at and arriving at. So I think this is all for today that I wanted to share. If you have any comments, any questions, please do share them below. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And of course, right now I'm in Sri Lanka, but I've been to so many different countries, and it's not only Sri Lanka. I've done hotel inspections in, and I've probably visited at least 2 to 3 dozen properties here. But I've also done the same in other countries like Thailand, Bali, Indonesia, Japan, all over Europe. I was born in Europe, and I've been to, I think, to every country in Europe. And I've done so many hotel inspections and visited places and sites for my clients to advise them the best way I possibly can. So please ask any questions you have. And sometimes I might not have all the answers, because obviously I haven't been to every hotel in the world. I only go to those that I think would be really great options for my clients. But if I haven't been there, we usually have wonderful people we work with on the ground that I personally know, people that I know and I've been working with for many years. So in that case, we get first-hand information for them, and I can convey exactly what we need, and we can go from there. But chances are that I have been at the destination you're going to, and I'll be happy to help and assist. So it's been really fun to share this with you. And again, if you have any questions, please post them below. And until next time, have a wonderful day and happy travels, or a great day wherever you are.